There comes a point in life when silence becomes your only teacher. When the world that once clapped for you suddenly turns its back, and you realize confidence isn't born in applause, it's born in abandonment. The ones who doubted you, the ones who walked away, they didn't break you, they exposed you. They showed you who you are when no one believes in you. That's the birthplace of unshakable confidence. It doesn't come from people liking you. It comes from knowing you'll be fine even if they don't. Confidence is not a smile, it's a scar. It's the art of standing tall when life tries to bury you alive. People think confidence is loud, but it's not. It's silent. It's the quiet certainty that says, I may fall, but I will never stay down. The most dangerous person in the world is not the one who wins every time. It's the one who can lose everything and still walk with their head high. That's not arrogance, that's power. You see, when you stop chasing approval, you become magnetic. When you stop trying to fit into places that were never built for your spirit, the universe starts opening doors you didn't even knock on. Confidence isn't pretending to be fearless, it's accepting fear and still walking forward. You can't build it from comfort, you build it from rejection, from loneliness, from the nights you had no one to call but your own strength. The people who regret losing you are not mourning your presence. They're mourning the access to your energy. Your light used to feed their shadows, your loyalty used to protect their insecurities. When you finally realize that your worth was never in their validation, something inside you shifts. You stop being the one who begs to be seen and start becoming the one they can't ignore. That's when confidence becomes unshakable. When you no longer need to be chosen. The first step to real confidence is detachment. Let go of the illusion that you need anyone to confirm your greatness. The moment you stop explaining yourself to people who misunderstand you is the moment you evolve. Confidence doesn't mean you think you're better than others. It means you finally understand you don't have to prove that you're enough. You are not here to convince. You are here to exist fully, fiercely, unapologetically. You have to rebuild your identity brick by brick, in silence, while everyone else thinks you're finished. You must be willing to look lost for a while, to be misunderstood, to walk alone. Because the truth is, no one can walk beside you while you're building your higher self. That version of you requires solitude. Confidence grows in isolation, not in crowds. It blooms when you learn to rely on your own validation more than anyone else's. There will be days when you'll doubt everything, your purpose, your value, your path, and that's okay. Doubt is not the enemy, surrender is. As long as you keep moving, even when your hands tremble, even when your heart feels heavy, you are winning.
Confidence isn't being fearless, it's being relentless.
It's waking up with fire in your eyes after crying yourself to sleep. It's turning pain into your personal fuel. They will talk. They will underestimate you. They will try to remind you of your failures because that's the only version of you they can understand. Don't respond with words. Respond with transformation. When you start glowing differently, when your silence speaks louder than your anger, when your peace becomes too expensive for their drama, that's when they'll regret losing you. The second step to unshakable confidence is acceptance. Embrace your flaws like medals, not wounds. Every imperfection carries proof of survival. Stop editing yourself for a world that can't handle your authenticity. The reason most people never reach confidence is because they're too busy pretending. But the strongest version of you will never come from pretending. It comes from accepting that you are human, flawed, and still worthy. You will never be confident trying to be someone else. Confidence starts the moment you stop comparing your timeline to another's. Stop scrolling through illusions and start investing in your evolution. The truth is, nobody has it all figured out. Everyone is afraid. Everyone is insecure. The difference between the broken and the powerful is that the powerful use their fear as a weapon. Don't let temporary people shake your eternal worth. Some people only love you when you're small because your light exposes the limits of their comfort. The moment you start expanding, they'll call you changed. That's fine. Growth will always offend the stagnant. Let them talk while you evolve. Confidence means walking away without the need to explain your transformation. You must stop apologizing for your fire. You weren't born to make everyone comfortable. Confidence is the refusal to shrink so others can feel tall. If your light intimidates them, tell them to wear shades. Your self-worth is not a democracy, it's a declaration. You decide how valuable you are, and the world adjusts accordingly. The third step to unshakable confidence is mastering your inner dialogue. What you whisper to yourself in the dark is more powerful than what anyone screams at you. The world can call you broken, but if you keep calling yourself unstoppable, you'll become unstoppable. Every word you say to yourself builds or destroys the foundation of your belief. Choose your language like it's your life, because it is. You cannot expect confidence from chaos. Protect your peace like your life depends on it, because it does. The mind you feed becomes the life you live. Cut out the noise. Walk away from drama, from gossip, from people who confuse chaos with excitement. Confidence thrives in clarity. You need to be so centered within yourself that no storm outside can touch your calm. And finally, you must understand, people don't regret losing the version of you they knew. They regret losing the version of you they'll never meet again. The confident, evolved, unshakable version. The one who learned that peace is power. The one who learned that love is not begging. The one who learned that walking away doesn't mean losing. It means finally choosing yourself. You don't need to prove your worth to the people who left you. Their absence is not a reflection of your value. It's a reflection of their blindness. Some people can only recognize your greatness after they no longer have access to it. And when they finally see you glow in the distance, they'll realize they were holding diamonds but treated them like dust. That's when regret becomes their shadow and confidence becomes your crown. Confidence is not about being liked. It's about being unshaken by rejection. The world trains you to depend on external validation, but once you free yourself from that addiction, you become unstoppable. Think about it. How many dreams died because someone feared being judged? How many lives stayed small because someone needed approval before taking a step? The truth is, the most confident people stopped waiting for permission. They gave it to themselves. The fourth step to unshakable confidence is consistency. Discipline is the silent language of power. When you keep showing up, even when no one's watching, even when you don't feel like it, you're rewriting your destiny. Every time you do what's uncomfortable, you teach your mind that fear has no authority here. Confidence is not an emotion, it's evidence. Evidence built from every small act of self-respect repeated daily. And here's the irony. People will call you lucky once your consistency turns into results. They won't see the nights you worked in silence, the sacrifices you made, the loneliness you endured. They'll only see the glory, never the grind. Let them. Confidence doesn't crave recognition. It feeds on purpose. And the moment your purpose becomes louder than your pain, you step into your real power. Some people will resent you for your growth, not because you did something wrong, but because you're doing what they couldn't. Confidence exposes insecurity. The more grounded you become, the more their chaos trembles. Don't shrink to comfort their fragility. You are not responsible for anyone's unhealed wounds. Keep rising, even if it burns their illusions. Your light was never meant to be dimmed for their comfort. The fifth step to unshakable confidence is ownership. Own your story, all of it. The good, the broken, the beautiful, the dark. Confidence isn't pretending you've never fallen. It's showing your scars and saying, yes, I survived that. When you own your story, no one can use it against you. What once embarrassed you becomes your greatest weapon. Because power lives in truth, not perfection. You have to stop running from your pain. Confidence grows from confronting the parts of yourself you used to hide. The moment you face your demons, they lose their control over you. That's why the most peaceful people are often the ones who've been through hell. They've danced with their darkness and came back stronger. The goal isn't to erase your wounds. It's to wear them as proof that nothing could destroy you. Don't let your past be a prison. Every mistake, every heartbreak, every betrayal, those weren't punishments. They were initiations. Each one forged a stronger version of you. Confidence doesn't mean you never fall, it means you've learned how to rise elegantly. The ones who once laughed at your pain will soon watch in disbelief as you walk through storms they couldn't survive. The sixth step to unshakable confidence is alignment. You can't feel powerful living a life that contradicts your values. Confidence is born when your actions match your truth. The reason most people feel insecure is because they're living lies, pretending to be happy, pretending to be confident, pretending to be someone they're not. Real confidence is when your words, energy, and choices align. You stop acting, you start being, and once you start being, you stop chasing. You no longer need to beg for opportunities, relationships, or validation. You attract everything meant for you because your energy is congruent with your purpose. Confidence isn't loud, it's magnetic. It's the silent assurance that says, I am exactly where I need to be, and what's meant for me will find me. That's when people who once ignored you start watching you in awe. When you finally align with your truth, the universe begins to rearrange itself around your energy. People who don't match your vibrations start to fade. And that's okay. Don't chase what's leaving. Everything that exits your life is making room for what's meant to arrive. Confidence means trusting that what's yours will never require begging, forcing, or faking. You have to realize, your glow-up isn't about revenge. It's about redemption. Confidence is not screaming, look what you lost. It's whispering, I found myself. You don't need to prove anything to those who underestimated you. Their regret will come naturally when they witness the version of you they were never patient enough to meet. Confidence is a mirror, not a mask. Some people wear confidence to hide their fear, but true confidence reflects authenticity. You can walk into any room with quiet power because you no longer need to impress anyone. You carry peace, not ego. That's the energy that unsettles people. They can't manipulate someone who no longer needs approval. When you reach this level, you'll start noticing how your energy speaks louder than your words. People will feel your confidence before you even open your mouth. That's because confidence is not something you do. It's something you are. It's an aura, a frequency, a quiet certainty that tells the world, I don't chase, I attract. I don't compete, I create. I don't beg, I become. And finally understand this. When you build unshakable confidence, you don't just make people regret losing you. You make them question why they ever doubted you in the first place. You become a mirror of what they could have been if they'd loved themselves enough to stay. Your rise becomes their reminder. Your peace becomes their punishment. And your silence becomes the loudest I told you so they'll ever hear. The seventh and final step to unshakable confidence is embodiment. You cannot merely talk about confidence. You must live it, breathe it, walk it. It's not about saying you're powerful. It's about moving like power itself. It's about walking into every room with an unspoken truth that says, I am not here to prove. I am here to exist as I am. When you embody confidence, the world rearranges itself around your presence. People feel it before they understand it. Embodiment means you stop reacting and start responding. You stop explaining and start demonstrating. The moment you master your energy, the external world loses control over you. When you walk with calm certainty, people who once belittled you will sense a shift they can't explain. It's not arrogance, it's arrival. You've arrived at the version of yourself that no longer seeks external permission to be extraordinary. The ones who left you when you were uncertain will now see you grounded, unshaken, untouchable. They'll call it luck, but deep down, they'll know it's transformation. You earned this glow through pain, through isolation, through relentless self-discovery. You built this version of you in silence while they underestimated you. And now your confidence is the quiet storm they never saw coming. True confidence doesn't compete. It inspires. When you've mastered yourself, jealousy becomes foreign to you. You don't envy others. You celebrate them because you understand that abundance is infinite. The confident know that there is no competition when you're aligned with your own lane. You stop chasing and start flowing. And ironically, that's when everything starts chasing you. The most powerful person in the room is never the loudest. It's the one who's at peace. Power is stillness. Power is control. Power is the ability to walk away, not out of fear, but out of self-respect. When you no longer argue, explain, or beg, you terrify those who feed on chaos. That's the beauty of unshakable confidence. It doesn't scream, it simply glows. You will notice how people start returning, apologizing, reminiscing, trying to reconnect. But don't be fooled. Most of them don't miss you. They miss the way you made them feel. They miss the energy that healed them, the light that validated them. You've evolved beyond that version of you, and when they realize they can't access you anymore, regret becomes their silent companion. Confidence teaches you boundaries. You learn that not everyone deserves your access. Not everyone earns your time. Some people were only meant to witness your transformation from afar. Protect your energy the way you'd protect your life, because it is your life. You are no longer a refuge for those who refuse to build their own strength. You are a force now, not a fallback plan. You must understand, when you rise in confidence, you will intimidate the weak-hearted. They will label you selfish, cold, or changed. Let them. Confidence isn't about being nice, it's about being real. You've spent too long diluting your essence to make others comfortable. No more. Your light will blind those who are not ready for truth, but you owe them nothing. The past version of you, the one who begged, chased, and questioned, is gone. That version died in the fire of your growth. What stands now is someone who has learned that love is not validation, that peace is not weakness, that silence is not surrender. You are not broken, you are becoming. You are not lost. You are being rebuilt into something unrecognizable to those who knew only your pain. Confidence is not a gift, it's a decision. Every morning you rise and say, I choose me. Even when doubt whispers, even when fear claws, even when the past tries to pull you back, you choose you again. That's the battle of the confident, to keep choosing self-respect over comfort, self-trust over fear, self-worth over approval. That's where real strength lives. The day you stop explaining yourself to those committed to misunderstanding you is the day peace finds you. You no longer owe anyone a version of yourself that pleases them. Confidence means letting go of the need to be liked and replacing it with the need to be free. Because the truth is, the freer you become, the fewer people can control you. And that's what truly scares them. When you walk through life with unshakable confidence, you start attracting people who match your frequency. No more rescuing the broken, no more begging the blind to see your worth. You will draw souls who see you, respect you, and walk beside you, not beneath you. The universe will mirror the love you finally gave yourself. You'll notice how effortlessly things begin to fall into place. Not because life got easier, but because you stopped resisting your power. Confidence doesn't erase problems, it changes how you face them. It's not the storms stop coming, it's that you've become the storm. You no longer pray for a lighter load, you grow stronger shoulders. That's what makes you unstoppable. Confidence is not a destination, it's a lifestyle. It's waking up every day with gratitude for how far you've come while still reaching for more. It's the quiet pride of knowing that no matter what happens, you'll always have your own back. The world can shake, people can leave, plans can fall apart, but you remain grounded, glowing and growing. And when people see that level of peace, that unbothered glow, that effortless strength, they'll realize what they lost. They'll remember the way you once loved them, supported them, and believed in them, and they'll see what it cost them to lose someone who became unbreakable. Confidence is not revenge, it's evolution. And your evolution will be their greatest regret. When you finally embody this level of confidence, your energy changes before your life does. You begin walking differently. Your silence feels heavier. Your presence commands respect without demanding it. That's when you realize you no longer need to shout to be heard. Your peace has become your power. Your boundaries have become your language. You are not seeking attention anymore. Attention seeks you. The ones who once dismissed you will begin to replay every conversation, every argument, every moment they took you for granted. They'll scroll through your progress, seeing the version of you they never believed in, and it will haunt them, not because they hate you, but because they see the reflection of what they could have been if they'd stayed loyal to their own growth. You've become their mirror, and the truth burns. Confidence transforms heartbreak into art. It turns rejection into revelation. It teaches you that not everyone meant to love you is meant to stay, and that's okay. Because every loss carved a deeper space inside you for wisdom, strength, and clarity. You stop chasing love and start becoming love. You stop chasing success and start embodying it. Everything you once sought externally now lives within you. The people who broke you will one day speak your name with respect. They'll tell stories about how they used to know you, but deep down they'll know they never really did. Because the real you, the confident, evolved, radiant you, was born the moment they left. Their exit wasn't your ending, it was your awakening. They lost you, but you found yourself. That's the ultimate win. You'll realize that unshakable confidence isn't loud triumph. It's quiet mastery. It's walking through life knowing that no external force can define you anymore. You've made peace with the pain, turned your wounds into wisdom, and now every step you take echoes resilience. You don't need to announce your comeback. The universe already feels your energy rising. When you stop trying to prove your worth, you start attracting everything that reflects it. People who match your vibration, opportunities that align with your purpose, moments that reward your patience. You'll understand that you never lost anything meant for you. It was simply waiting for you to evolve into the version capable of holding it. That's confidence, trusting divine timing even when your heart is impatient. There's a sacred power in walking alone with your head held high, in knowing that solitude is not punishment, it's preparation. The quiet seasons are not wasted, they're the training ground for your greatness. Every lonely night was sharpening your mind, every betrayal was sculpting your boundaries, every heartbreak was recalibrating your soul. You weren't falling apart, you were being redesigned. And then one day, you'll wake up and realize that peace feels better than attention, that solitude feels safer than fake company, that your own approval is louder than their validation. That's when you'll smile, not because everything's perfect, but because you've become untouchable. The kind of person who walks through storms and doesn't flinch. The kind of person whose energy heals rooms. People will start to ask you how you did it, how you moved on, how you stayed strong, how you kept glowing when life tried to dim you. And you'll just smile. Because you know the truth, confidence was never about looking unbreakable. It was about breaking and rebuilding so many times that now even your scars radiate light. The world will notice your change, but they'll never understand the cost. They'll see your calm and think it came easily. They'll see your confidence and assume it's natural. But you'll know it came from nights of tears, from days of doubt, from every moment you refused to quit when your soul was tired. That's why your confidence feels sacred, because it was earned, not inherited. And once you truly stand in that light, everything shifts. Love flows differently. Success feels effortless. You stop chasing what's meant for someone else because you finally realize you are enough. You've always been enough. And everything you need already exists within you. The world bends to those who believe in themselves relentlessly. That's the truth. People hide behind fake smiles. They're still seeking what you've already found, peace within. Confidence doesn't demand validation. It commands energy. It's the magnetic force that makes people stop, stare, and wonder how you did it. But what they don't know is that you didn't do it. You became it. You stopped being the version molded by pain and became the version sculpted by purpose. That's when the world starts responding to your frequency instead of your fear. And when those who left come back, don't reject them with anger, reject them with silence. Because silence is not revenge, it's revelation. It shows them you've risen beyond explanation. You no longer need closure because you became the closure. You no longer need validation because you became the validation. Confidence means no longer chasing what walked away. It means blessing it and walking higher. You'll notice how regret feels different on the other side. It's not your regret. It's theirs. The regret of those who doubted, who left, who betrayed, who underestimated. They'll see the light in your eyes and realize that their absence created it. You became unstoppable because they let you go. You became unshakable because they doubted you. You became whole because they broke you, and in that final realization you'll understand something profound. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to rise above. The ones who walked away were never your loss, they were your lesson. Confidence is not built by praise, it's forged by pain. And when you finally walk into your power, glowing with grace, moving with silence, and loving without fear, every person who ever doubted you will realize one thing: they didn't lose you. They lost their chance to stand beside greatness.